So good afternoon, everyone. I would like to welcome you all for our presentation on automated classroom attendance using facial recognition technique. I am Pawan B. Patel and my teammates are Suhasius, Tejas Krishna and Amruta MS. And our project guide is Professor Shobha Ma'am. To begin with, we all know the classical method of taking attendance, where a teacher or a lecturer calls out the name of every student and marks the attendance. But this task is always been burdensome and time consuming when there are a large number of people in the classroom. Even other methodologies like fingerprint, RFID cards are not effective. As we can see in the table, when it comes to classical method, it is neither time saving nor accurate because student can cheat by answering the attendance for other absentees. Coming to RFID card, it is accurate, but it is not time saving. And same goes with the fingerprint reading methods. Because when there are a large number of students, it slows down the process of attendance marking. And that is the reason we are presenting facial recognition technique as it is one of the fastest biometric technology with the use of image processing and deep learning. Coming to the objectives. Our first objective is to develop a scheme to detect the face in a given image. That is, when we capture the image of a class, our first aim is to crop the face, that is the region of interest, and eliminate the rest of the data. Once we have the detected face, our second objective is to design a model to extract the features from the face. Our third objective is to train a classifier. This trained classifier is now used to classify and identify the detected face and update the status on the database for attendance. Our next objective is to create awareness by sending an email notification to a warden or parents of absentee student and letting them know the status of the student. Our last objective is to develop a technique to avoid spoofing. Basically, our aim is to embed a technology which can identify the difference between an actual person and the image of a person.
System requirement specification. Our system has two types of requirement, namely functional requirement and non-functional requirement. Coming to functional requirement, the first functional requirement is user. Here, the user is anyone who is representing an organization or an institution. And the second function requirement is software module. Our software module goes something like this, where students' face image is detected, pre-processed, and extracted using facial recognition technique. So, coming to non-functional requirements, first and foremost thing is reliability. Our system is quite reliable as it gives consistent result with higher accuracy. It doesn't matter if a person changes his or her looks, example, wearing spectacles or growing beard. It can still recognize the person effectively. Coming to next point, that is user-friendly. Our system is quite user-friendly as once the data or face is registered, the attendance of the class can be taken on a single click. And by chance, if there is any failure or exception generated in our system, it can be resolved and brought into action, as it can be maintained easily. Adding to it, our system is also cost effective because all we need is a camera and a system. Unlike other technologies like fingerprint scanner and RFID card, our system is robust. As our system does not break down easily, if it does, it holds up well under exceptional circumstances. Coming to software and hardware requirements, our system is built to work on operating system, which is Windows 7 and above. And coding language used is Python with Anaconda IDE. As mentioned before, it only needs a camera with a system consisting of 4 GB RAM and an Intel i3 and above processors.
So now let us discuss the design details. We compared few methods for face detection such as LBP, Cascade, DNN, etc. And we found out that DNN model has the most effective is the most effective model for face detection. In our project, we have two phases: phase one and phase two. Phase one is where student enrollment is done, feature are extracted and stored in database. Phase two is student face is detected. It is pre-processed and features are extracted, and it is sent for feature comparison. For classification, we settle on SAMIS network. The principle behind one-shot learning is what we need to use in our model. So we use SAMIS network, which does not require extensive training example for recognition. That is, for training, we can use only one image and we can compare the two images. It contains the SAMIS network contains two symmetric neural networks, both sharing the same weight and architecture. In the neural network, we're gonna train the neural network to create 128 vectors for each face. Then we take the triplets, two images of the same known person and one a different person. The measurement for each image is generated. The neural network does this repeatedly for the images, so that for the same image, two different images gives nearly the same 128 measurements. And after doing this, we come to the matching part. First, we detect the faces and match each of them to the encoding that we have from our training set. The Euclidean distance is calculated with each of the faces in our database. The distance must be below some threshold value to predict that the face is matched, or if the distance is higher than the threshold, then we consider the face is not recognized, or it is an unknown face. So after doing that, we can we can extract and we can say that if the person is present or not, and we can mark the status of the student.
Use case diagram. In our use case diagram, we have an admin and an user. The user comes in front of the camera and the camera auto captures the image of the user. The admin's job is to enroll the student's details in the database, then detect the face by using the captured images, and then the admin extracts the features and classifies the extracted image with the image stored in the database. Later, the status is updated in the database. Sequence diagram, we have two phases. Phase one is the admin phase and phase two is the user phase. In phase one, the admin enrolls the student's information and stores it in the database. In phase two, the user collects the raw data, pre-processes it, and detects the face using DNN as said by Suhas. Later, feature extraction is done. In the classifier module, it classifies the input images as absent or present and updates in the status module as present or absent.
So our current work process is that we somehow started to detect the face from an image, and we're still working on whether to use a video data set or an image data set for pre-processing and classification.